Hello. How's it going, people? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. What can I say? December, 17th. We are live. We are here. Oh, and we have to talk about stuff. About the title contenders, the title pretenders, the title race between Arsenal and Man City. Because at the end of the day, these two teams are the ones that are most likely the most trustworthy ones to even think about long-term title races. Aston Villa are not going to be in it, in my opinion, Chelsea as well. So it just leaves us two. Here we go again. Nothing changes, nothing new, nothing less, nothing to be ashamed about. But the question remains, who are the real title contenders? Who are the favorites? Who are gonna do? Which team is gonna take the top? Which team is gonna take the trophy once again home at the end of the season? Obviously, Arsenal currently are on top of the table, and it was looking quite promising, but due to the recent results in last month or so, it's looking quite grim. Yes, we are still on top, but City are only 2 points behind us, and any slip up we have, it's gonna cost us big time. Once again, we are in this position where it was kind of at a certain stage Arsenal's league to lose. Oh, not sorry, Arsenal's league to lose. Arsenal's league to win. Let's just put it that way. But we have let our opponents into it, and it doesn't look like we will have a very easy, very calm ending of the season. I also, by the way, expect the fact that in about a few months, Arsenal will not be first. They will be second or third. I also expect that. By how much they're going to be behind, that's a whole different story. Let's be real. But the real title contenders, to be honest, any team that has done it on somewhat consistent basis, being up there in the first, second place, has been literally a hair off winning it all, could be called a title contender, technically speaking. But realistically, there's only one title contender, in my opinion, and it's Manchester City. Sadly enough, it's not Arsenal, it is Manchester City. Due to their experience, the squad, the redemption arc, the remontada they are doing for this season after last season's fiasco they had. So we're going to talk about all that. So smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new around here. And of course, don't forget to drop your thoughts live in the chat, people. Big up Mubarak. For me, I think City are the favorites. How coach and the players every game, they play with ambitions. Yeah. I totally agree with that. The ambitions and the sheer underlying cause of prove themselves, just to prove that the last season was a blip, the season was an anomaly, as some would put. They definitely are gonna go for it. And for Manchester City, one season without a trophy is a disaster. For Arsenal, 5 seasons in a row without a trophy is celebration time. So make that from what you will. Man City, the favorites, no doubt, with race Arteta can never. Yeah, I think so too. In a 2-horse race, you would put him to finish third. I'm not gonna lie. And if we sign Yildiz, Arteta has to get sacked before he comes to the Emirates, and that is the biggest thing. No matter who we sign at the moment, Mikel Arteta is gonna get his hands on him, and that is the biggest worry. That at the moment is the biggest worry. Because one of the worst things you can do to a player is strip him from his identity of who he is as a footballer. And unfortunately, Mikel Arteta has done it to a very big scale, which is worrying. It is annoying, and it's very, very painful to even discuss to a certain degree. I'm not gonna lie. Rashford got more G than our whole attack. Yeah. He has, and that is also an insane one. Big up Hendon, big up. One thing for sure, Arsenal are not the favorites in any way, shape, or form if this fraud of a manager remains in charge. And that obviously is one of the biggest things, because no matter how you look at it, no matter what competition you are, Arsenal are going to be currently one of the favorites just because of the sheer performance in terms of finishing position they have demonstrated over the last few seasons. Obviously, maybe not as much as a cup, but maybe in the league, in Champions League, it could be the case. So Arsenal are going to be up there, but they are not going to be the favorites. They're going to be talked about as one of the teams that are up there that could do it. But as the favorites, I can't put Arsenal, because with no winning pedigree and no winning mentality for these players as a unit, even to some degree to certain players as individuals, it's a very tall order and very big argument to even discuss, even to think about them, in my opinion. Let's just put it that way. Big up, Ryan. Big up, Ryan. Happy Captain Day. Yeah, happy birthday to Arsenal skipper. The Pillow Foot, the Ghost Guard, Flower Guard, Disappear Guard, the Faroe Island Guard, Solar Guard, our captain, Martin Odegaard. Happy birthday to this guy. So let's see what he does today. Maybe he's gonna score a goal for this weekend just because he has a birthday. Maybe he's feeling it at it. Talking about this, obviously there are some good news regarding Arsenal if you're looking from that point of view, because Jurriën Timber is very close to signing a new deal potentially. The talks are progressing well, and he could be very close. We could be very close in winning. In signing him. We could be very, 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 very close with that. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see how that's gonna go overall. Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be interesting. Jorginho has scored a penalty. That's about it. Today with Arsenal, it's a very weird one. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in this position where I want to talk, but I also don't want to talk, which is weird. Like, that is the nuts part. Oh, let's just put it that way. Like, I kind of don't know. Augustin, Haloni, Randy, I'm just checking some links, people. I'm just checking some links. By the way, if you needed any proof that Gyökeres is done as soon as Havertz is back, here it is. If you needed any proof that Gyökeres is gonna go bench as soon as Havertz is back, here it is. Mikel Arteta had planned on starting Kai Havertz in big games against the likes of Liverpool and Man City, and his absence has placed physical and psychological burden on Victor Gyökeres. Make from that what you will and what you wanna. I have no idea. Should have kept him, to be honest. Transfer links. Let's go. Left wing back. I heard some Italian guy. Yeah, I wouldn't put my money on it. On first of all. Second of all, Italian, another left wing back. We need that. Now it's not left back. Would take Nelson over Nelly and Vieira. Interesting. Let's be fair. Jorginho as well passed his sell by date for the Premier League. He was too slow, but he actually has. He still is a better player in terms of the way we want to play football, in my opinion, still than Norgard and Zubimendi to a certain degree as well. I'm not gonna lie. Skelly should be in the midfield. Another match. Yeah, Skelly should be in the midfield. He should be the cover for time when Declan Rice gets injured if that happens. But we just know that it's not gonna happen. That is another different situation, which definitely, as soon as it escalates to some degree, it's gonna get hella long. It's gonna get hella long. But yeah, people, anything you want to discuss in terms of the title race, in terms of Man City, in terms of Arsenal today, or we just YOLO it and see where basically thoughts bring us? Let's just put it that way. Anything you want to discuss and talk about? Just quick question for you all before I change some instances. Let's just put it that way. Anything you want to discuss, people? Because this is one of those times where I am on the stream. I technically have stuff I want to talk about, but also currently I am in this mindset where I kind of don't even want to talk about it. I just want to relax, chill, discuss random things. Then if it's football, it's football. If it's not, it's not, and all this stuff. We can discuss the next 6 Premier League fixtures for both sides to see who comes out on top. We can do that. Arsenal's schedule. Yeah, it's not looking great, is it? We're talking about Premier League here, right? Talking about Premier League. Now, Everton. We Arsenal have to play Everton this weekend. Then we have Brighton a week later. We have Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Liverpool, and Forest. And then we have Man United. Our January schedule in general is very, very worrying, I'm not going to lie. Because our home games in January are only Liverpool and Man United. Teams we can do well, but we also tend to struggle against. Away games are all teams we tend to screw something up against them. Tend to. Remember Bournemouth last year? Against Forest, it's not going to be easy. And Leeds always give us tough time away. So overall, I don't expect anything good. I sure as hell don't expect Arsenal to win all 6 of them. I sure as hell don't expect Arsenal to win all 6 of them. I'm just gonna put it that way. And if we go to Man City's schedule for the next, let's just say, games till end of January, they have West Ham at home, should be a win. Forest away, Sunderland away, Chelsea at home, Brighton at home, United away, Wolves at home. How many games do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 games in Premier League. They have 7 games in Premier League. They technically have a tougher schedule, but the issue with this is, even though based on paper they have tougher schedule, based on the teams they are facing, for Arsenal it is tougher because we have 2 home games, Liverpool and United, and the away fixtures are the ones that usually give us the most trouble. I will at some point. I think I will at some point take a day off. I can't see Arsenal winning any of those 6 games. I can see Arsenal winning some of those 6, but not all of them. I'm definitely not going to talk about all of them. I don't think we can win all of them without shadow of a doubt. And that is the biggest worry, I'm not going to lie, because we should be winning. We should be winning all of them, but we won't. People want to know Arsenal will bid for Semenyo in January. Apparently, Arsenal will bid for Semenyo, maybe even. Then that's just only maybe if we sell somebody in January. And that is a big if as well. If we even sell somebody in January, we might actually not bid at all. Or there might be a slight of chance we bid for Yildiz. Apparently. Let's just put it that way. Wiese scores for Newcastle, 1-0 up against Fulham. Well then, Newcastle in the next round, if Arsenal beat Crystal Palace, it's gonna be. Imagine Arsenal versus Newcastle once again in Carabao Cup semi-final. Can you imagine the scenes? Run it back from the last year. Just run it back and see what happens. That actually would be kind of interesting to see. Have we learned from the mistakes, and have we learned to grow, to discuss, and to become better? Let's just put it that way. It would be very, very interesting and exciting to see, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. Odegaard's birthday. Freaking hell. I'm not gonna lie, the PR for Odegaard's birthday is better than Arsenal when after they win a game. Not gonna lie. Big up, Havrao. Big up. Hope you're doing well today, my guy. Hope you're doing well. I don't care who Arsenal bid for. Makes no difference as Arteta is still the manager. It's like putting new tires on a car when the engine is still broken. Yeah, true. It at the end of the day, it is. It is like that. And unless something drastically changes, nothing is going to change also long term. Either you get a new manager or the manager somehow gets hit with an epiphany, literally epiphany, that he needs to change everything he's doing. And the best case scenario on this one is that Arteta goes at the end of the season. That is the best case scenario, sadly enough. Man, I'm tired of this again and again. I hope this December turns out good. Well, we are halfway through it, and it's been hella painful. Let's just put it that way. It's already been painful, and we have very tough games ahead still. I think win this year or just leave it that simple. It should be that simple. Unless you win Premier League or Champions League, you're out. It should be that simple. But let's be real, with Arsenal, it's never that simple. With Arsenal, nothing is obvious, and that is one of those annoying parts in those terms. I just put it that way. And City are in a prime condition to win the league. I'm not gonna lie. I also believe that City is gonna sign somebody in January to strengthen their back line, most likely. And I think that is gonna be the final nail in Arsenal's coffin in terms of not winning the league. Who do you think was a sign? I don't think we're gonna sign anyone in January, to be honest. Best case scenario, somebody on loan. Best case scenario, I'm not gonna lie. But we'll see. We're gonna see definitely. Time only will tell. But for now, it's a weird one. It definitely is a weird one. I don't expect at least sign anyone in January. Arsenal are notoriously not well known for signing big players or that amount in January in general. My birthday is on the Villa game. Oh, well, good luck with that. That's like, it's a double-edged sword. You should be happy, but you're also scared and sad. Only December can be a good number on Arteta's sack. Odegaard, Havertz, Nelly, Jesus, Merino, and sell list. It's not going to happen. In January, nobody's going to host a fire sale. Nobody's going to host a fire sale in January. A yard sale. Nobody's going to do that without shadow of a doubt. City are 1-0 up against Brentford, and of course Newcastle are 1-0 up against Fulham. Two big Premier League teams going through. But we know that it's only a dream. Yeah, it's a dream, but it's not going to happen. No team who is serious is going to host a yard sale and a fire sale in January transfer window, unless you're going bankrupt or something like that, of course. But for a serious club, if an established club who has buttloads of money, nobody's going to do that. Nobody's ever going to do that. And that is the big thing here. Arsenal are not going to. Maybe in summer, maybe. But I don't expect that as well, to be honest. I expect in summer as well, maybe 2-3 sales at best. Again, unless Andrea Berta gets his wish, get the proper manager in, and then they just clean the yard to the maximum extent. Just send everyone out and bring in the specific necessary players. Oh, Fulham about to make it 1-1. Hey, Fulham about to score. The draw for the semifinal will be made after the Newcastle-Fulham match. Well, we're gonna know who we're gonna play before we play Crystal Palace. It should be an interesting one, because I expect us to get Newcastle once again and run it back. I genuinely do that. 1-1. 1-1. Fulham have scored, and it's Lukic. Lukic has made it 1-1 for Fulham. Oh, Ramsdale is playing in goal for Newcastle. Lol. Ramsdale in goal for Newcastle. Holy moly. Yeah, Lukic levels it for Fulham. Interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. Is there a goal? Can you see it somewhere? Wait. Wait. Yeah. That was this for the great goal for Fulham. I'm reading that. Could be the case. Definitely could be the case. Looked like it could be a great goal for Fulham. We'll see how that develops. But overall, yeah. The title hopes. If you need to, okay, forget that we have Mikel Arteta, right? Although we cannot. How big of a percentage you would give for Arsenal to win the league? Like basically, just on paper, not with the manager looking at Mikel Arteta and having your agendas, but just looking straight, just based on paper, based on the teams, on the schedule we have, and everything, injuries and all this stuff. Ramsdale's such a crap goal. I can't believe it. He played and he actually almost won us the league one season. That's the nuts part. That is the nuts part. He almost won us the league one season. Like, how insane is that? To be honest, Garnacho has found his level scoring 2 goals against Cardiff City, so he cannot talk much there. 10%. So you want Arteta here for 10 years just for that one hope for us to win the league, yeah? That's not even how probabilities work, to be honest, if you ask me. And if you win once every 10 years, if you have 10% success rate, does mean you succeed every 10th try. You might have about 50 failed ones, and then you hit 6 in a row and everything, and it all levels out again. Like, it's very, very, very not fun. And that 10% may improve if Erpud Albert takes over. Would take Net over. I said that before, but people said he was too injury prone. Newcastle 1-1. Yeah. Big up, Quaja. Big up, Quaja. Big up, Quaja. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you are doing well. We'll see how it's going to go, but at the moment, I'm not very hopeful that we're going to win the league this season. Big up, Gianni. Big up, Gianni. Hope you're doing well today, brother. Hope you are doing well. Hope everything's fine with you this beautiful Wednesday. Everyone's treating you well. The life, the conditions, circumstances, Arsenal. Well, you get the gist of it. You definitely should get the gist of it. Wow. This is actually a nuts one. This is actually a nice one. Look at this. Look at this. Wait, you cannot see it, technically speaking. Look at this. You love to see stuff like this. Racing Santander, who haven't played in La Liga since 2012, are enjoying something of a renaissance this season. They lead the Segunda by 4 points and now have beaten Villarreal in Copa del Rey. And look at these stats. Where are the XG merchants now when they say Arsenal are the XG champions? Does XG really mean that much? Does possession, which you see on your screen, really mean that much to you? These are all the stats everyone basically lives by just to justify Arsenal. And this is one of those games where they prove it's wrong. I just put it that way. But this is nice to see. It's very nice to see some Spanish teams, some haven't seen a very long while, actually do good. It's a very, very pleasurable sight. Let's just put it that way. Let's just have it that way. You get 3 wishes with Arsenal. No trophy, but club reform, like players and managers and transfers. What would you want? Wait, what? It's not even 3 wishes. That's like picking basically either you win trophies or you and Arteta stays and there's some garbage players stay, or you win nothing, but Arteta and the other manager and the other players just get binned instantly. City's attack is unstoppable, plus their mentality is next level. Yeah, true. That's true, because everyone was screaming, oh, if Haaland doesn't score goals, City are done for. And he's not scoring goals to the same extent. He's scoring on occasion in recent times, but not to the same extent. Foden has picked up the slack. There's Marmoush, Savio, Doku. Everyone steps up when they need to step up. And at the end of the day, that's going to be the downfall of Arsenal, and that's going to push Man City past Arsenal very, very soon. Zidane is joining France national team in 2026 after the World Cup. Big up, Quaja. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Who's the most underrated manager in the world? In the world, it's very, very broad to say. Because, some people may say that in Argentinian 9th division, someone's grandpa's cousin is the best manager in the world. That's a very, very vague thing to ask for. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Holland is not playing exactly. That on my Christmas new manager list would be nice. Big up, Quaja. Smash the likes and subscribe, people. You want Gasperini? You want the ex-Atalanta manager who won Atalanta their first trophy in, 70 years or something like that? 10 likes so far. Yeah, keep smashing them. Like in Europe, top 5 leagues. I would say Sunderland manager. I would say Sunderland manager by a mile. Not by a mile, but to a very, very big degree. Regis Lebris. Sorry, he's French, right? He should be French. I'm not tripping here. Yeah, he's French. Yeah. Regis Lebris. Yeah, that's him, in my opinion. Yeah, see? Hendon agrees. Big up, Gooner SC. Big up. If City doesn't win the league, Aston Villa will. I don't think Aston Villa have enough to win the league, though. I don't think Aston Villa have enough to win the league. They could finish above Arsenal, potentially, but they are not going to win the league. If they do, Arteta should be sacked from this job and every job he gets in the next 10 years. Let's just put it that way. If Villa wins the league in this season, to say the least. Because that would be unacceptable to the highest order, in my opinion, as an Arsenal fan. Lebris is quite good, but this is his first season, and so I don't know if he's ready. We'll see. Sunderland are doing very well at the moment. They are doing very, very well at the moment. And they almost beat us. They should have beaten us, to be honest, as well. Don't forget that. They should have beaten us too. Let's just put it that way. Lebris has good attack record from France, better for the like, it's not that hard to have better track record than Mikel Arteta. No, don't it? Like, come on. It's not that difficult to be better on Arteta, because if we just purely base it on merits and stuff like that, Arteta basically has nothing to go for him. Let's just put it that way. He has done some good things, to be honest, at Arsenal. There's no argument about that. Arteta has done some good things. He has fixed some issues. Unfortunately, now Arteta is the issue that needs fixing. And it feels like some people are not ready to stare that issue in the eye. Eyes, sorry, not one eye, eyes. Let's just put it that way. It feels like they're trying to avoid it as much as they can and let it all itself resolve itself. Let's just put it that way. And it doesn't look like it's gonna. And it's starting to, it could cost us once again. It could cost us once again. And I'm not talking about Kostas Manolas as well, people. I just put it that way. But hey, I guess it is what it is at the end of the day. I guess it is what it is. Time only will tell. But at the moment, for me, City are the favorites over Arsenal. I'm not saying that as an Arsenal fan. Unfortunately, it has to be said. It has to be said. Arteta still not good enough. Somehow 6 years on the job and he still makes the same mistakes he made when he just joined, which is on the most unacceptable things you can ever imagine. Because anyone who makes the same mistakes in the probation period at a job and he makes the same mistakes 6 years in the job, you would have never made it 6 years in the first place. You would have been fired in the first half year. Because unless you learn from your mistakes, you're never, ever going to grow or be anything. So I guess it is what it is at the end of the day at the moment. So time only will tell. But yeah, for me, Man City are the favorites. City on top. They will be on top at some point. And also, it will be very interesting to see how Arsenal respond to that, because City are going to be on top of the table at some point during this season. Most likely, Arsenal are going to be second within a striking distance. 1 point, 2 points, depends, obviously, right? But it will be interesting to see how Arsenal respond in that situation. What's going to happen for them in that situation, and how they're going to react in the next few games when such situation presents itself. Definitely, it's going to be one of those instances where you hope you can find something. Hopefully, there could be something to it. Let's just put it that way. Genuinely, you hope that there could be something to it. But yeah, people, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna cut it short. I was live this morning. I'm gonna finish the stream here now because I genuinely feel exhausted and beat. I'm falling asleep as I'm talking, and since I cannot think clearly, I much rather just go relax, go to bed, and basically, well, chill. Let's just put it that way. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. We actually might do an Everton preview tomorrow. That will be much more interesting. But yeah, for today, I'm gonna be signing off, people. So subscribe and like. I'm genuinely beat. Big up, everyone. Peace.